Hey everyone, my name is Stevio, and there it is, my legendary jam camo that I got for the Kuda. If you've been around my channel since Advanced Warfare, you know I didn't get very many good weapons in Advanced Warfare through the supply drops. But luckily, so far, Treyarch has been good to me and I've been getting a lot of nice camos for my guns in Black Ops 3. I'm pretty sure legendary items are the rarest things you can get in Black Ops 3, so I was really excited to see me get this on the Kuda. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about the Kuda and my best class setup that I put together for it. It's the first submachine gun we get in Black Ops 3, and I figured a lot of people will be using it, and it's actually a really solid weapon. This is going to be your MP5 or KF5 gun that we see pretty much in every single Call of Duty that we've had to date, and it's usually an okay weapon, but I think it's a really good weapon in this game. Now real quick before I get into it, I do want to mention this gameplay I'm playing Team Deathmatch on Aquarium, and I am using the suppressor. I've heard a lot of people say the suppressor sucks in this game and the range is just awful. Do not listen to people. This gameplay right here is proof you can still use it. If you want to use it, go ahead. You can still do good with it. Yeah, the range might be a little worse. It might be a lot worse, but you can still use it. Just try it out for yourself and see how it works. But getting into the class setup, I think the iron sights are great, so I don't recommend an attachment there. But if you don't like them, you can use the ELO sight. It works really well. I actually did try that out, and the red dot sight's okay too. My first recommended attachment, and I think this is the one you have to have, is foregrip. It doesn't have a ton of kick and a ton of recoil the way your gun moves when you shoot, but it does have a little bit, and it's just enough that it's annoying. With the foregrip, it reduces that a little bit, and it makes it a lot easier to stay on target. My second recommended attachment is fast mags, and the reason I say fast mags, and I did choose this over extended mags, is because with the submachine gun, the Kuda, you're going to be running around a lot more than you would be with an assault rifle. You can get closer to people, but you're usually not going to run into like 3 people at a time, but you are going to be near enemies a lot, so it's good to be able to reload quickly. The Kuda also does reload pretty slow, and I did forget to mention you unlock the grip at weapon level 6 and you unlock fast mags at weapon level 12. I do run primary gunfighter 1 in this class, and my final attachment is rapid fire. It is the final attachment you unlock it at weapon level 16, but it feels really good to use the rapid fire. I don't notice any less damage, there's certainly not any worse view kick, and there's no loss of range. It's a great attachment to use for the Kuda. I'll be honest, there's no huge difference in how fast the gun shoots that I can notice, but it felt really good to use, like I said, and it works really well with the gun. Now the perks here are really important, and pay close attention to why I'm saying to use these perks so you use them effectively if you do put them on your class. For your first perk, I recommend 6th Sense. 6th Sense is an awesome perk that they added into Call of Duty. If you're running along a wall and you're about to go through a door into the next room, if there's someone against the wall on the other side, they'll show up on 6th Sense, so you'll know they're already there. And also if you're on different levels, like say you're in the water under a bridge, or you're just popping out of the water almost about to go somewhere, if an enemy is about to run by, he's usually going to show up on your minimap as that red indicator. It's very helpful. For your second perk, I recommend Fast Hands, and this is because you're usually rushing, which means you're usually running around, and what Fast Hands allows you to do is you aim faster after sprinting, so you can pull up your weapon quicker to aim on someone. Now I will say, if you don't aim good when you're using this perk, it's because it does affect how quickly you snap onto your target. So if you're just not aiming good, I suggest you take it off and try it without it, and if you aim better, then leave it like that. Eventually you get used to using the same sensitivity and having the same aim down sight time, so if you change it around, it can really screw with your aim. Since I'm using fast hands with this class, that's why I didn't use quick draw as an attachment. I didn't feel like both were necessary. For your third perk, I recommend awareness, and out of all the third perks, I think awareness is one of the best, and you can really hear things in this game, so amplifying that is great. If you have a headset, it works good, and also through your TV you can even hear footsteps in this game. And also it's really good if you're rushing around so that you can hear things that are coming towards you. That leaves us with 2 slots on our class to fill up yet, and I prefer to use 2 pieces of equipment. The first being the trip mine. As you probably saw earlier, I just throw it randomly in a spot where I really feel enemies are going to go through, and sometimes you get that random kill and it helps you out. The final piece of the class, I would say either use a secondary, use a pistol of some type, or use a concussion grenade, which is what I would prefer to use. I usually don't think a secondary is necessary because you can just go pick up a weapon after you kill someone. For my specialist, I was using the Seraph, and no, I was not using the Annihilator, I was was actually using her ability, which is combat focus. And a lot of you might think this is not a very good one, it's not very useful, but it really is. Basically what it does is it allows you to get more points for each thing that you do. Like if you get a kill or an assist, you get a bonus for it, and it really helps you get your score streaks. I'm really loving this one right now. I also got a really cool threaten gesture with the Seraph, so I love using her character. Be sure to stay tuned to see that at the very end. Now the final piece to the puzzle is your score streaks. These are very important to helping you do really good. You can do it with just running around with a weapon and not using any score streaks if you want to do that, but why do that when you can get score streaks? In this match you're watching, I was using the Lightning Strike, Hellstorm, and Talon, which is very similar to my KN-44 class setup. If you didn't see that, I have a link to it on screen now. But so far I haven't found the Lightning Strike to be useful at all. It's just not consistent enough. So as of now, I still think what Treyarch gave us, the UAV, the Hellstorm, and the Talon, I think that's a really good score streak setup. But one thing you gotta keep in mind, you really need to pick your score streaks by the map you're about to play on. Certain maps just have a lot of buildings, and it's not good to use airstrikes and things like that. If you have something like an 8CXD or a Cerberus on your class, those are things that are good on every single map because they can go anywhere. Score streaks like the Dart and sometimes even the Hellstorm aren't very good to use on maps that have buildings. If they have buildings, enemies can easily hide in them, and that's not going to get you a lot of kills with your kill streaks. If you do all that hard work to earn a score streak, you want it to be worth it and you don't want it to go to waste. That's all for today's class setup. Overall, I think this is a really good submachine gun in Black Ops 3. It's one of my favorite right now. I really haven't used too many other submachine guns, so that's why. But overall, it's got really good damage over range. It's really good close to medium range, and that's a big part of it. You don't want to use it long range. You don't want to use it on big maps because you're just going to get outgunned by the assault rifles. It's good to use it on smaller maps like the one I'm playing on here, Aquarium, so in that way you can also hip fire it, which is also a pretty decent part of the gun. So go give this setup a try. I think it'll work really well for you. And also let me know some of your favorite attachments and class setups that you use on the Kuda. I hope you all enjoyed watching my first legendary camo weapon in action. Stevio out.